Good morning, welcome to Morning Reviews. Kim Watson speaking on Thursday, the 30th of June. So, looking at the pound dollar first, and we've seen a slight pullback after yesterday's partial gap fill. Finally got to that 240.21. Could push up some more. I'm still looking to see this morning if we can start breaking and put in a sort of a more consolidated 4-hour candle maybe, and see if we can push up. If we can start breaking up above the hourly 21s, it's a bit of a squash and a squeeze here. There we go. If we can push up above these 21s there, you notice everything's starting to angle its way up in terms of the key moving averages on this hourly chart here. If we can get back above that daily pivot, I'm really looking more bullish. And looking at yesterday's highs, maybe the daily R1 that's above us there. So at the moment, just on looking at this pattern here, so for intraday sort of traders more so, we're seeing these slightly higher lows coming in, higher highs. Now we've got this little switch back here, but it's not overly stepped. This low here is still higher than the rest. So it really is a case of effectively seeing if we can break up above here, and if so, I'll be looking for longs. More to the downside, I'd be looking at this sort of trend that we've got down the lower end here. Sorry, I'm just drawing freehand here. And then maybe if it starts breaking that trend from the low, the current bar, of course, I'd be looking for the short side. But at the moment, I'm still erring on a bit more gap fill. Now we will go up and of course test that 4-hourly 21 again. But if it hits it the second time, well, it's already hit it once. Maybe it'll get through. Okay, that's that. So have a look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar, we've again yesterday we started pushing up again. This is looking at its 4-hourly 21 is a little bit what I'm expecting to see with cable, where it'll come up and retest it actually, and we've seen that retest it, pull back a little bit, then eventually broken through. So I'm expecting that same pattern with cable if you're looking back at that. But anyway, remaining with the euro here. Weekly pivot still above, still a target to be hit if we can again keep on hanging on to this 4-hourly bar that we've got here. It's looking reasonable for a break. If we start breaking yesterday's highs, the Asian session highs there, we may be on for, as I say, the weekly pivot, daily R1. It's above us. It's getting a bit more pinched and tighter now. It's not necessarily clean, the cleanest thing to read. It's getting back to its sort of summer self ish, the euro. But as I say, I still see further upside on both these pairs. Dollar yen. So come out a bit here and look at the dollar yen. It's seen some easing here and it continued up yesterday back towards its monthly S2 sort of zone. Just run into the 4-hourly 34 at the moment, but again, if it can hang in here and start getting a shift here, I think the next level, if it can break that 34, is the S2 with that 50 MA, but we'll see how that runs. Looking at the shorter time frame, you see it's just moves this noise out of the way, and then we can see what's going on really a bit clearer, so you can see the higher lows coming in, higher highs. So really looking, I mean, you could be conservative, wait for the break of the trend line here. It's pretty much similar to yesterday's move here. You can see yesterday broke that trend line in the end and off it went. Similar situation we could see here. So it's above its weekly pivot here, or it's it will be back above its weekly pivot, which is zeroing it towards the more bullish side. Aussie dollar. Well, similar picture in terms of this couple of up days, bit of chop here, so it's a bit of dollar strength coming back across the markets that we've seen. Now it's again, it's similarish picture really. There's not too looking at the same sort of thing here. If it can get back above its daily, it's just short of the weekly pivot through the Asian session there. Maybe it can push on up as well and run towards that weekly pivot. So At the moment, it's a sort of a case, but I'm expecting a bit of dollar weakness, a bit of continuation on these markets. Canadian dollar, where we're seeing oil pushing back up again, and Canadian dollar pulling back as it should do eventually, he says. It's been a bit slower at times. We've got 821 cross on the 4 hourlies now, which may confirm and see us running back towards that 4 hourly 50. Which is not that far below us now, actually, in real terms. Maybe get down to the daily S1 there to 200 moving average. Quite a lot of support around that area, so it may just gives the move a decent move. Again, the weekly pivot sits just down there as well, so a whole combination of factors which may just draw price down. As I said, the oil price, it's just a quick flick through to oil. It's been rising a little bit here. It's missed its daily pivot at the moment. May want to come back and catch that, but at the moment it's looking relatively bullish, pushing back towards the $50 mark. That's it for me. Sorry, it's not quite it. I better talk about news, hadn't I? Key news events this morning. Well, we've got the GDP and current account data coming out for the UK at 9:30. These are really just the third readings of it's the final GDP, so it's not expected to change from the previous data too much, but you never know. We'll see. They found some more, or a few fewer beans to count. What else have we got here? Got loads of. You've got CPI flash, European inflation figures, but the majority of the individual countries all had been reported. So at 10 o'clock, we don't see much coming from that. We've got the ECB monetary policy meeting accounts at 12:30. Again, it's not a big mover because most of it's been talked about already. CAD GDP, it's a monthly thing, so it doesn't really give massive moves, but it may give some volatility at 130 on the dollar CAD. Unemployment claims usually weekly figures in US, not big movers as such, but we have at 4 o'clock, we've got the Bank of England Governor Carney speaking at 4 o'clock, and we've got FOMC member Bullard speaking at 6:30 p.m. So we've got some data later on, some speakers later in the day. 4 o'clock, we could get some movement there. It's expected that Carney's going to broadcast a statement to soothe things over. So there we go. We shall see. Right, that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.